ever get that feeling, like you're in over your head with your cloud costs?
Yeah, one minute you're fine, next minute you're drowning in bills. Happens all the time.
Right. But it turns out there's this whole system for like leveling up your cloud finances,
It's true.
the FinOps Maturity Model. And today we're going to dig into what it means to reach the walk stage. Not just talking the talk, but actually walking the walk.
And let me tell you, walking in this world, it's where things get real. It's not just about grasping the basics anymore. You're putting those principles into action and starting to see a real difference in your bottom line.
Okay, so paint a picture for us. Our source today, it says that at the walk level, companies, they've got a pretty good handle on the whole FinOps thing. They're following the guidelines, right?
There.
But here's the interesting part. They're not getting bogged down trying to chase every single penny.
Yeah, that's a recipe for burnout. It's about focusing your energy where it matters most.
It's about strategy,
Exactly.
picking your battles.
Think of it like, you're trying to fix a leaky roof. You don't go after every single tiny drip.
Right.
You find the biggest holes first, the ones that are causing the most damage. That's what walk maturity is all about, knowing where to focus your efforts for maximum impact.
So you're being strategic with your resources, you're prioritizing. The source also mentions automation and processes as being super important at this stage. So what does that actually look like on the ground?
Sure.
Is this all about fancy software? Or can it be simpler than that?
Well, it can definitely involve software, but it doesn't have to be super complicated.
Yeah.
Think of it like, setting up automatic bill payments to avoid late fees.
Right.
You're not using some crazy financial software for that. You're just putting a system in place.
Right.
Same idea here. Even if you have to start with some manual steps, the key is having those processes defined and standardized.
Gotcha. So even if you're not super techie, you can still make this work.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're walking the walk, you've got your processes down, but our source also warns about those, what do they call them? Those edge cases, those things that can really trip you up.
Oh, absolutely. Those edge cases can be real budget busters if you're not careful.
So give us a for instance.
Really?
What's a real-world example of one of these financial landmines?
Okay, let's say you're launching a new service, right? You're
Yeah.
excited, you spin up a bunch of cloud resources, servers, databases, the whole 9 yards. But then demand isn't what you expected.
Oh.
And all those resources, they're just sitting there idle,
Yeah.
eating up your budget. That, my friend, is a classic edge case.
Yeah, not good.
And that's what walk maturity is all about.
Right.
Anticipating those risks.
So you don't get caught off guard.
Exactly.
And speaking of hitting those financial targets, our source mentioned something called medium to high goal KPIs at this level. What in the world are we aiming for here? Break it down.
Happy to. The source actually gives us 3 specific KPIs to focus on. First up, allocation. This one's all about visibility. We're talking about knowing where at least 80% of your cloud budget is going.
Wow, 80%.
Yep. You got to know who's using what and how much.
Transparency. I like it. What's next?
Next, we've got resource commitments. This KPI is about being smart with your cloud provider discounts. Things like reserved instances or committed use discounts.
Okay.
We're aiming for about 70% discount coverage here.
So basically squeezing every penny out of those discounts.
You got it.
I love it. Okay, last one.
Last but not least, we have forecast accuracy. At the walk stage, you want to be within about 15% of your projected cloud spend.
No more nasty surprises when the bill comes.
Exactly.
Predictability. I can get behind that. Okay, so these KPIs, they're ambitious.
Sure.
But it sounds like with the right processes in place, they're definitely doable.
They are. This isn't about some pie-in-the-sky ideal. It's about setting realistic but challenging goals.
So to wrap this up, walk maturity in the FinOps Maturity Model, it's not just about understanding the concepts, it's about putting them into practice and seeing those financial benefits roll in.
Absolutely. It's about laying a strong foundation, optimizing your cloud spend, and ultimately achieving those business goals.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And for everyone listening, here's a little something to think about. Think about your own relationship with money.
Ooh, I like this.
Are you at the walk stage, strategizing, optimizing, or are you still kind of, finding your financial footing? Something to chew on. That's it for today's deep dive.
Until next time.